Now, along with the opposition, we're going to see two things. There's a surging that's going on. There's a surging. In other words, we talked about this on Wednesday, how there was this greater and greater stepping up of just opposition against Jesus, where over and over again there was this whole issue with, why did you forgive sins? Only God can forgive sins. Now why are you eating with tax collectors and sinners? And why is it that you're not, fasting on a traditional fast day? And then eventually, why is it that you would heal a man on a Sabbath day, a man who had a withered hand? And so we begin to see this amping up of just opposition against Jesus. And as we see here his popularity as people are seeking him, as that begins to surge, so is the opposition. The growing numbers in opposition. What we see here in verse 6 is a unique statement, because it says here, then the Pharisees went out and immediately plotted with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him. We're going to be looking at the scheming in the shadows. And so as we're looking initially at just the surging of both those who are the saboteurs and those who are the seekers, we're going to see the scheming in the shadows. These people who are in the dark want to stay in the dark. And not only do you see the Pharisees plotting, but now they go, and we're going to talk about who the Herodians are and how these kind of natural enemies are now bonding together in order to see how they might destroy Jesus. Now in verse 7, it makes this statement in verse 7-8, but Jesus withdrew with his disciples to the sea, and a great multitude from Galilee followed him, and from Judea and Jerusalem and Idumea and beyond the Jordan, and those from Tyre and Sidon, a great multitude. And when they heard how many things that he was doing, they came to him. So along with this surging of those who are in opposition to him, we also see now there's a surging of those who are seeking him. They come from all around Judea. They come from Jerusalem, from Idumea, which is Edom. They're coming from the eastern side of the Jordan. They're also coming from the north, from Tyre and Sidon. And so we're seeing here the swell of seekers that begin to meet him here at the sea.